In 1901, an anonymous letter was given to the Paris Attorney General. Though unsigned, the General was greatly disturbed by the content written. It read, "Monsieur Attorney General, I have the honor to inform you of an exceptionally serious occurrence. I speak of a spinster who was locked up in Madame Monnier's house, half starved and living on a putrid litter for the past 25 years. In a word, her own filth." Blanche Monnier was a French socialite who came from a highly privileged and well-respected bourgeoisie family in western France. She was exceptionally gorgeous, attracting many suitors for marriage. However, her heart desired that of an older lawyer, a lawyer who didn't have the proper connections, nor was he a socialite fitted for the Monnier family, and yet Blanche ended up wanting him more than anyone else. Louise Monnier, Blanche's mother, disapproved the lawyer, stating that Blanche had no business in marrying someone so penniless. This made Blanche highly defiant. She believed that nothing can separate the love between her and the lawyer. This angered her mother, and she, along with Blanche's brother, Marcel Monnier, locked her in a tiny dark room in the attic, where she was kept secluded and with only minimal food provided from time to time for 25 years. The only companions she had were rats that she fed with pieces of bread. Her mother and brother went on with their day-to-day lives while pretending to mourn for Blanche's disappearance. Anyone else who knew Blanche had believed she passed away, and the lawyer who she loved so dearly had died in 1885. It wasn't until the anonymous letter mentioned earlier came to the Paris General. The police came by the Monnier house and forcibly looked around the estate for Blanche. It wasn't until they reached the attic that a horrible stench lingered in the air. The police forced the attic door open, and the stench got worse. The room was occupied with old food, feces, bugs, and the still alive but emaciated 50-year-old Blanche Monnier. One policeman described the state of Monnier. The unfortunate woman was lying completely naked on a rotten straw mattress. All around her was formed a sort of crust made from excrement, fragments of meat, vegetables, fish, and rotten bread. We also saw oyster shells and bugs running across Mademoiselle Monnier's bed. The air was so unbreathable, the odor given off by the room was so rank, that it was impossible for us to stay any longer to proceed with our investigation. Both Blanche's mother and brother were arrested, with the former becoming ill and dying 15 days later after looking through the window and seeing an angry mob around her house, and the latter deemed mentally unstable and was not convicted. It was during that time that a duty to rescue did not exist. When Blanche was rescued, she thanked the policemen for saving her. But what couldn't be saved was Blanche's scarred and broken mentality, the 25 years that was robbed from her. She was diagnosed with various disorders such as anorexia and schizophrenia, and she spent the rest of her life in a psychiatric hospital, where she eventually died in 1913. Blanche Monnier had a tragic life. If she lied to her mother about not loving the lawyer anymore, then maybe, just maybe, she could have lived a much, much better life. If you know anyone who is going through domestic violence and abuse at home, do not hesitate to act. A voice should always be heard.